When a man learns that his child's mother is in the hospital in labor, in agony, and maybe battling for her life, he says, "Nah, I ain't pulling up." Oh, you think I'm exaggerating. But while Eric Mena was struggling too, surrounded by the man who helped make that baby, was out here sharing gym selfies and acting as if nothing was going on. That's not just petty, it's callous. Mendeecees Harris, the same man who rejected a 99. Nurses are shouting, "We're losing her." 9% of the DNA tests found that the hospital receipts were phony. And they still believe that accountability is just a hip-hop reunion and love buzzword. Now that Eric is in the hospital, his life is in a precarious situation. And Mendy has completely abandoned child's birth. We must ask, was this just the drama that transpired inside that hospital room? Will leave you speechless. So buckle up. Boss, we're going to reveal the most callous moment in reality TV history. Let's not sugarcoat it. Eric Mena was actually fighting while hooked up to machines. Mendy is screaming through contractions in a freezing hospital bed, and she notices that Harris, her favorite reformed man on reality TV, is purposefully ignoring every single phone call, pleading with him to come. We're not talking about missed calls by mistake. We're talking about blocked numbers, silenced notifications, and one dragged "sir." The only thing being dragged here is your reputation across all online timelines. This man constructed his entire redemption story on being a changed man, and a family, she'll be fine. I'm not getting dragged into more drama. The drama didn't begin in that hospital room, and this train wreck has been building for months. Erica was the protector and a stand-up husband. But when it came time to genuinely show up for his child's mother, he disappeared like a promo code after midnight. Let's go back a little. She didn't tag anyone in her announcement of her pregnancy. So it wasn't a huge deal, but occasionally the truth comes out even when she doesn't. Fans began to connect the dots, timing, locations, side eyes, and old clips. And all the evidence pointed to one man. Mendeecees Harris. Yes, the same Mendeecees who's been playing Yen Dandy Smith's husband of the year, the same man who sobbed during therapy sessions on Love and Hip Hop about how he's working on himself. Obviously not done, since the receipts kept coming in like they were Amazon Prime Day DNA tests, screenshots, and full body checks. What did Mendy say in reaction to the hotel pic of him shirtless in Erica's bed 3 weeks prior to the DNA results being released? Did he accept responsibility and admit his error like a responsible adult? Nope, he responded, and I quote, "Anybody can fake a paternity test," because the truth was already known and he was avoiding fatherhood like it. "I ain't signing anything. I need my own results. So we fake babies now. We fake DNA clinics. We fake screenshots too to make it make sense." Mendy sees, or better yet, doesn't. There was a plot point in the script that he didn't approve of. Now fast forward to the courtroom drama. After Erica filed legal papers, she wanted a judge to compel him to acknowledge paternity and impose a gag order on him and his team for disseminating fake documents. But what occurred in that courtroom was extremely cruel. Mendeecees arrived late, wearing sunglasses with no emotion, and just as her lawyer produced the last set of receipts, Erica passed out in the middle of the trial courtroom. Security rushed in, paramedics ran to her side, and even the judge appeared. Shaken at that point, Erica was having contractions. She wasn't due for a few more weeks, but the emotional trauma caused early labor. Mendy stood there, frozen in place, but did he ask her if she was okay? Follow her out? Or even blink? In the courtroom, he simply sat down and said nothing. Within minutes, hashtags began trending on the internet, while Mendeecees, who was born into betrayal, was furious. However, what followed sent the scandal into full swing, because after Erica was taken to the hospital, her team claimed to have made 6 different attempts to get in touch with Mendy, sending him messages via text, phone, and even his sister, in the hopes that someone would inform him, "She's in labor. It's serious. The baby is coming. She asked for you." What did he answer? According to Anne, the woman was physically in a hospital bed. having contractions 2 minutes apart, pleading for someone who had previously pledged to be there no matter what. Mendy, an unnamed source near his camp, remarked, "Let her have her moment. I'm not playing into this setup, boss." His response was to phone, "It's not just cold. It's Arctic tundra energy." To make matters worse, while Erica was crying in agony, doctors were attempting to stabilize her vitals. Meanwhile, early men were seen on Instagram Live making jokes about sneakers and studio time. You heard that right? One fan said, "Bro, your baby's being born right now, and you're talking about Jordans." As the father was unconcerned, drinking juice from a plastic cup as his child attempted to enter the world. The comments section devolved into a battleground, and bystanders pulled him away. Someone mentioned Erica's emergency. He abruptly ended the live stream. "It's a coincidence. We don't think so." Meanwhile, inside the hospital chaos, Erica was crying, and she reportedly asked one of the nurses, "Is he really not coming?" He replied, he said he would, adding that they would be doing together. While everyone was calling for him to appear, he remained silent while a woman brought his child through a dramatic situation. The nurse she broke held Erica's hand and whispered, "You're stronger than you know, and your baby is lucky to have you." Let that sink in, boss. He was unable to reveal his face due to despair, and just when it appeared that he might show up, security cameras captured an unidentified male wearing a hoodie outside the maternity wing at around 3 in the morning. "I had my hood pulled." According to hospital sources, Mendy saw them, but he turned and left when they got close, making it impossible for him to enter the building. Now, boss, that's where things get even more vicious because of what happens next, where Erica's life is on the line and Mendy's reputation is finally destroyed. Mendy is said to have been outside the building in a hoodie, pacing like a scared little boy before turning around and disappearing into the night. When we left off, Erica was in labor alone in a hospital bed, screaming and crying through the kind of pain only a mother can understand. Let that image haunt you. The mother is in excruciating pain. The room is crowded with IVs and monitors flashing warnings, and the so-called father walks away. According to reports, Erica's vitals started to climb around 3:45 a.m. Her heart rate skyrocketed. When increasingly unstable physicians called for an emergency C-section, it was no longer just about the baby. Erica's life was in jeopardy. Where was Mendeecees? It wasn't in the waiting area, on the phone, or even in the building. He'd warned his close friends and family. "I'm not trying to be blamed if she loses it. If she loses it, boss," he said. Man called a woman who was on the verge of death losing it. We're not talking about a trivial reality TV feud anymore. We're talking about life and death. Erica was shaking in that chilly operating room. Before the lights went out, a nurse said, "Just focus on breathing, Mama. You're not alone. We've got you." However, the truth was that physicians had too. Put her under anesthetic because she was hyperventilating. The kid was born at 4:16 a.m. And the man who put her through all of on social media tried to appear unconcerned. "I'm crying, breathing, and healthy," which is a miracle, but Erica didn't wake up right away. There were respiratory problems, blood loss, and for over 20 when she opened her eyes, the first thing she said was, "Is he here?" The doctor worked frantically for minutes to stabilize her, but one nurse later claimed it felt like she was waiting to meet her son. The nurse had to shake her head, and that's when Erica broke entirely. She said, "I brought you into this world alone, but I promise I'll never let you feel that emptiness again," while holding her baby girl and shedding tears. In the meantime, Mendeecees was still a ghost, but the internet was in tow. No, they were on fire, and the hashtags were one R&B superstar tweeted, "You can deny a woman, but denying a newborn. Nah, that's evil energy." Yen Dandy, who had remained radio silent for weeks, too abruptly made a statement after persistent Mendy stopped against Eric Viebeter, born into a family of silent celebs, and began speaking out. Fans were shocked when she posted the mysterious remark, "There's strength in showing up." That's all I'll say. They were full of support and conjecture, with one comment saying, "Sis, just say you're done. You don't know." Silence to a man who the real bomb went off hours later when Erica shared her first Instagram story from the hospital bed. Without any filters or glitz, just her holding her baby, eyes puffy and voice raw. To the person who didn't show up, she doesn't need you, and to those who have been praying for me. We made in just 18 minutes the song She's Here, I'm Still Here, and We're Stronger Than Ever went viral. Blogs reposted it, fan pages turned it into clips, and even Love and Hip Hop staff reposted it with a heart emoji. However, what really infuriated the public was a voice note purportedly sent by Mendeecees to one of his boys is going to pull a stunt at the hospital, so I'm not going because I don't trust any cameras or setups. The baby is fine and nobody is going to catch me slipping on TV. This man actually skipped child's birth because he thought Erica might film it. Let's be honest. People began tagging VH1 and demanding that Mendeecees be removed from the show. A fan petition called "Remove Him from Love and Hip Hop" appeared. It was evident that this was not about safety, timing, or control, but rather about ego, control, and saving face rather than showing up for blood and the public. It surpassed 75,000 signatures in a day, but it didn't stop there. An anonymous hospital employee shared an internal communication log that revealed Mendeecees was formally recorded as notified with no response, indicating that verified that he was informed of the emergency but deliberately chose not to respond. Then, in the day's last twist, a security camera image from the hospital's parking lot was leaked, showing a man with his hood up and his face turned, loitering outside the NICU wing, peering in through the glass before leaving everyone. Recognizing who it was, Erica reposted the picture to her story with just a broken heart emoji as a caption. Her subsequent post featured a video of a baby on her chest with a lullaby playing in the background and her voice whispering, "Some babies are born into a world full of love, while others learn what it's like to be abandoned." Mendy noticed that his Instagram comments were still silent. His stories were deleted and he deleted direct messages, but the damage was done because this wasn't just about cheating. Imploding comments poured in. "She didn't deserve this. Baby will grow up and see everything, including every receipt. He isn't even a ghost." Now, the fallout from this one is just beginning because Erica's legal team will make their move next. And it's more repulsive than anything in Love and Hip Hop. This was about a newborn child and a man who chose denial over duty and boss. Not about DNA tests, side chicks, or leaked voicemails. The world had witnessed everything by now. A mother fighting for her life, a healthy baby born into chaos, and a father who wouldn't even enter the hospital. However, what followed wasn't just heartbreaking. It was also violent and career-ending because Erica's team wasn't finished by any means. In an exclusive press conference outside the courthouse, 48 hours after she was discharged from the hospital, her lawyer, the same lawyer who had remained silent for months during months of DNA denial and media slander, came out swinging. He made the icy, calculated statement, "My client nearly died while bringing a child. We are taking full legal action because a kid was born whose father intentionally neglected a medical issue, publicly discredited her, and privately ghosted her. This is no longer about paternity. Rather, it is about neglect, emotional anguish, and defamation, and let me be clear, we have proof." Mick, while Erica was arrested quietly at home, recuperating from both childbirth and treachery. Her legal team set to work, and a civil complaint was filed that same day. Dropped media were shocked, bloggers were stunned, and fans went all out for digital militia. Justice for a hashtag, "Sue him now. Oh, you doncha gunk." Willful abandonment during a medical emergency and public character assassination of the boss. That wasn't even the most outrageous part because it included the reason for the subpoena request for all Love and Hip Hop production footage from the previous 6 months in that suit. Is that, according to Erica's attorney, Mendeecees confessed on camera that he wasn't ready for another child and that he believed she was bluffing to gain attention. One staffer allegedly informed a source, "This is bigger than a reunion show. This is career homicide." After VH1 sources confirmed the existence of the film about a woman who ended up undergoing an emergency C-section alone, producers were now frantically trying to determine what they could legally display. Mendeecees was in full panic mode at the time, according to those close to his public relations team. He attempted to publish a soft statement that read, "We all make mistakes. I never meant to hurt anyone. I just didn't feel safe with how everything was unfolding publicly." But the team quickly shut it down. Too little, too late, The Insider stated this is about legal repercussions now, not public opinion. Even worse, marketing relationships began to disappear, such as when a fitness sponsor withdrew all posts featuring his face, including a podcast, and a sneaker company, Flea, quietly discontinued their collaboration. "We don't align with men who abandon women during childbirth," the host stated after canceling a live on-air appearance that was set for next week. Then, in his own inner circle, the greatest betrayal of all occurred when a source posing as one of Mendeecees' lifelong boys disclosed AI should have ghosted her the second she said she was late. "And now I'm stuck with another," he allegedly remarked in a private group conversation. The internet reportedly went crazy over this. "This man just revealed his whole strategy, and you still believe he's changed." One response read, "We're Yandees." Brother, who doesn't often talk in public, wrote on social media, "A man's character is what he does when no one's watching. My sister watched in silence for years, but now we all see it." Speaking of Yan Dundee, she finally spoke up. And there were no interviews, or the video, which had only black and white captions, showed her walking down a corridor alone, taking off her wedding band, setting it on a table, and leaving. The voiceover said, "I protected someone who wouldn't protect me never again." The video received millions of views. Hours later, Erica shared it with the words, "Welcome to healing." Fans went crazy as Team Erica and Yandi forever filled the comments. "This is what treachery looks like in real life. Men like him no longer deserve to be silent." Just when you thought it couldn't get much worse, Erica dropped one more. In the final voicemail, which was left weeks before the kid was delivered, Mendy hears a tired, discouraged voice saying, "I don't know what to do. If this baby is really mine, I'll come through. But if not, I'm not messing with this circus." 9% DNA test, images, videos, voicemails, belly rubs, and receipts from every conceivable angle. Boss, this man wasn't in denial. Rather, he was in a deep state of delusion. Erica didn't even respond. Instead, she shared a picture of her newborn with her eyes closed and her eyes wrapped in a lavender blanket, with the caption, "The last straw was when VH1 revealed a special 2-part reunion episode titled The Delivery Room Silence, Erica Yandandi and the Fallout of Mendeecees' Refusal." 3 interviews, 3 trips, no screenplays, no claims. He couldn't face the world he lied to, betrayed, and ghosted because the receipts were too loud and the cameras too clear. "So now, boss, we're left," the producer said after Mendy, a single mother, abruptly walked out, claiming mental health issues. This wasn't just drama. It was a reality check, and Mendy realizes that a woman gave birth in a tempest of betrayal. Another lady let go of the guy she had previously guarded, and a child was born with more strength in her first breath than the man who denied her existence. Not only did he lose his reputation, but he also lost the right to call himself a man. As a result, we now have a baby born into silence when it mattered most. This wasn't just a scandal. It was a reunion stage. Apologies. I've changed edits and acted as though responsibility is optional when a child's future is at stake, because a man can choose his ego over fatherhood when he sees a hospital full of blinking monitors, emergency alarms, and a newborn gasping for air. That's a warning sign, not a man. Therefore, we ask you, the people who have been witnessing this whole spiral, if you think Mendeecees ever intended to be there for this child, if his absence was out of fear or if it was just cowardice wrapped in ego. More importantly, should VH1 cut TI for good? Don't hold back in the comments below. We're reading every single one. If you think Erica deserves peace, hit the like button. If you're sick of men hiding behind public relations teams while women bear the brunt of the burden, subscribe. If you already know that isn't the end. There's more footage to come. The reunion is still ongoing, and Mendy notices that although he may be quiet now, doesn't keep you safe, when the reality is, stay locked and scream louder than before. You won't notice it in the upcoming twist. Approaching.